reportedly took place near the Iraqi Embassy. Let's get more on this now. We're joined by Mushtaq Rahim, independent analyst on international affairs and regional security. He's joining us via Skype from Kabul. Mr. Rahim, it's very good to have you with us on Al Jazeera. Firstly, what more are you hearing about these explosions, this gunfire, where you are?
It's not far away from where I am, and we have been hearing blasts. There were around 4 blasts that happened in a series of large sounds, and then there was gunfire as well. And we also heard here ambulances trying to reach the location, as well as the quick reaction force of the Afghan Ministry of Interior. It all happens very quickly, the blast, and after that the response from the Ministry of Interior. So things are a bit chaotic. Initially, the people didn't know what was the target, because at the location there is Afghan Public Protection Force compound located nearby the Iraqi Embassy. And initially it was thought that maybe the target was the Afghan Public Protection Force compound. But just now the reports are emerging, confirmed reports from Ministry of Interior, that is saying that it was, the target was the Iraqi Embassy.
And why would the Iraqi Embassy be targeted, Mr. Rahim? And does the target say something? Because it's very early days since the attack. There's been no claim of responsibility. But does the fact that it is the Iraqi Embassy give us any idea as to who might be behind it?
Well, as you said, one has to wait for the details to emerge and who claims the responsibility. But my initial reaction to the situation will be that most probably it will be an attack designed and conducted by the Islamic State, or so-called Islamic State, that is operating in Afghanistan, that claims to be the Afghan wing of the Islamic State that is operating in the Middle East. And my initial reaction to this, it will also be that it might be linked to the recent operations against ISIS in Iraq and what happened in Mosul. But it's very early to confirm anything. But the initial analysis, one can say that most probably it will be the ISIS that might be behind these attacks. Because as far as the Iraqi embassy is concerned, that is not linked too much with the Afghan security forces or with the Afghan government, just like the other international countries such as the UK, US, and the NATO is connected. And as such, Taliban will not be prioritizing somewhere such as Iraqi embassy. But again, I must underline that we have to wait and see who claims the responsibility.
Well, while we wait for that, let's look at the attack itself. An embassy, parts of Kabul that are supposed to be the most safe, continue to be targeted. What is the security situation in Kabul, especially after that massive truck bomb in May that killed, at least 150 people and was the largest attack in the country in some 15 or 16 years?
I guess that
indeed,
you might feel somewhat fortunate.
The government of Afghanistan has been trying to secure the international, the embassies that are located inside Kabul. Significant deployments have happened around the embassies, as well as some reinforcements have happened. After the savage tanker bomb attack, they have restricted the area to green zone where the embassies are located, and they have put on some barriers as restriction for the larger vehicles, and not allowing the larger vehicles to pass through and reach the areas where the embassies are. But then, as Afghanistan lacked to have one specific area that can be called as diplomatic area only, some embassies are located at the outer edges of the what they call it, the green zone or diplomatic area. And the same is with the Iraqi embassy. It's located outside that edge or that circle where the government has put some restrictions on the movement of larger vehicles. But even if those restrictions are in place, smaller vehicles can also carry the explosive. And what we heard just a while ago, it sounded like a mortar bomb was exploded before they made their way inside the embassy or around the embassy, the rest of the attackers. So this is the situation. The government is trying to contain the attackers, at least not to allow them infiltrate the diplomatic areas or diplomatic buildings. But then Taliban are also countering the measures that have been taken by the government. Not, I won't say Taliban, but the opposition groups.
Mr. Rahim, thank you very much for your thoughts and your insights on this. Mushtaq Rahim joining us live.